What is up, guys? Pie Muffin here, and we are back with our Tales of Festival 2020 video. Yes, I'm saying 2020 on purpose, because obviously we didn't have Tales of Festival last year, and the Tales of Festival that just ended was for 2020. It just got, pushed to 2021. So, there wasn't really much to... oh, by the way, we're in CRESTORIA because the only game news that was shown today was for CRESTORIA, so we're going to go over what's coming to the game. But first, I do want to talk about the festival and just whatever was talked about there. So, day 2 was more or less the same as day 1. It started off with one of the long skits. Then they had the talk show portion where the voice actors were just, discussing the series and stuff like that. Then they had the news portion, which was really just CRESTORIA and then merchandise. And then they had another concert with Sakuraba, followed by the goodbyes, basically. So, it was pretty much the same thing. First thing I do want to mention, I don't think I mentioned it in yesterday's video, but if I did, then I'll just mention it again. Tales of Festival 2021, because obviously this one was for last year, but it had to get pushed forward to 2021 because of COVID, but they didn't want to cancel it completely because they already set up merchandise and all that good stuff. So 2021 Tales Fest is this November. It's going to be a winter-themed Tales Fest, which I'm actually really excited to see what kind of merchandise they come out with. Every Tales Fest, I try to buy at least some merch, through proxy or whatever, and have it sent to me. I did get some stuff from 2019 Tales Fest. I got a stand of Lloyd and Saray, and then this year I did get something. I got a Sheena stand. And I'll probably do the same thing for 2021 this winter. It'll just depend what characters get merchandise. So that's going to happen then. I expect that that's probably going to be around the time when Arise is going to come out, if it hasn't come out already. So it's hard to say whether Alphen or Gion or any of the other Arise characters will have merchandise to buy there. But I think that would be the perfect time to kind of do it. Like if Arise comes out like in November, then maybe they could kind of double up on that, have merchandise for Arise at Tales Fest for people to buy, which I think would be pretty cool. So yeah, so I guess just real quick, I guess we'll go over the CRESTORIA stuff. I guess last thing to mention, there was no news of any remakes or remasters of ports to current consoles, and I really wasn't it would have been nice, Destiny Chronicles would have been great. Get the basically the remaster version of Tales of Destiny over here, because we don't have it in the West, as well as getting Destiny 2 as part of a combo pack, maybe slap it on PC and PS4 or whatever. You could even throw that on the Switch, honestly. The Switch could handle it. So that didn't happen. There was no Fantasia remake. There's no Xillia collection, nothing like that. And I didn't think there would be, just because of the fact it's like they have their hands so full with Arise right now, and they've obviously had a very hard time working on the game because it was supposed to come out last year, and now we still don't even have a confirmation if it's even coming out this year. This is the longest gap between Tales games that the series has ever had. I think the biggest gap before, if you don't count mobile games, the biggest gap before this, I believe, was between... for main games, would be Xillia 2 to Zestiria. I think Xillia 2 was 2012 in Japan, and then it was either like 2014 or 2015 in Japan. So I think that's the longest gap, because most of the other times it's usually just like a year or, 2 years. But with this, and obviously there's been change of management when it comes to Tales, so obviously that's something to take into account. But it has been a good 5 years since Berseria came out in Japan, and it's been 4 years since it came out. Yeah, it's been over 4 years now since it came out over here in the United States, or English side. So this is the longest gap between Tales games, and I know a lot of people just want this game to come out because it's just been so long. But I think it'll definitely come out either at the end of this year, probably like November, December, or, maybe January, February of next year. And the good thing is this will be the first new Tales game that's going to have a worldwide release, so we don't have to worry about waiting behind the Japanese fan base, for spoilers to avoid and all that good stuff, like some other franchises that I play. But yeah, so I think they have their hands full with Tales of Arise, and I think after Tales of Arise, they'll probably go back and look at that poll, if they haven't already started working on it already, for which games that fans want to see remakes or remasters of for current consoles. So it'll really just depend who voted for what during that poll, I guess, and what they decide to do. But enough about that. Tales of Festal was fun. I definitely enjoyed watching it online, and I will probably do assuming they do the same thing this winter, I will probably do the same thing this November. Well, I guess it's still fall. This November, I will do the same thing, and, I'll do live updates on Twitter like I did with this one, and then, of course, I will make videos on whatever happens. Hopefully by then, Tales of Arise is almost out, or is coming out, because, like I said, having Alpha and Geon merch would be pretty cool. I actually don't remember if I mentioned that, but I mentioned it in my head, so there you go. Anyways, enough about that. Let's go ahead and hop into this news, because we have some very surprise stuff coming almost immediately. So, there was only two things, three things, I guess, technically, that CRESTORIA had for us. First thing, finally, SSR Orwin is coming to the game. We're going to be able to summon for him starting tonight. Literally in, what is it? It's 6:20 in the morning right now, so it's 12, 6, 7... So that's like 19 and a half hours his banner drops, and it goes until March 17th. So we have like 9 days to summon for him. So we're going to take a look at him. Actually, let's just look at him right now. I'm hoping he's attack heavy. It looks like by his Memoria Stone that he is. And of course he's going to be Earth, because we already have one color of each for the other CRESTORIA cast. Oh yeah, he's pretty balanced actually. But I figured he was going to be attack heavy, at least in some way, because all the other CRESTORIA members, we don't have an attack-heavy unit. Both Yuna and Aegis are very defensive and HP kind of heavy. Kanata's balanced, Mizella's balanced, and Vicious is kind of on the HP. Was he on the HP or the... Let's actually look real quick. Hold on. I don't want to give wrong information, just going off. I do have all 5 of them, which is kind of nice, but let's just take a look real quick. So, Vicious, defense, HP heavy, definitely. He's got more on the defense side. Mizella, pretty balanced, a little more on the defensive side. Kanata, I feel like, is probably going to be the most balanced of the... Yep, okay, he's okay, so he's like the opposite of Mizella. He's got more attack, but less defense, but he's still, like, pretty balanced. So, Mizella and Kanata are definitely more balanced. Vicious is more on the HP side. Aegis is on the defensive side, but is weak in HP. And then Yuna is on the defensive side and has decent HP as well. So, we did need kind of just, like, someone who's going to be, like, pretty heavy in attack. So, that's definitely, especially since Orwin's, like, a punchy character. He fights with his fists. So, it does make sense. Now, I do want to mention something. Well, I'll mention it when we get to the store with the event portion. So, his Memoria is 10,000 HP, 1550 attack, 1250 defense, and he gets crit rate increased by 16 with his Memoria when it's maxed out. Orwin, Fists of a Scoundrel, 25,800 HP, 4680 attack, and 3960 defense. So 4600 attack is actually very, very high. We don't have a lot of units that are really higher than him when it comes to being level 120. So he's definitely up there. Plain in his eyes, 10% attack to Earth allies, 15% attack to martial arts type allies. Do we even have any other martial arts? We'll look here in a minute, but I can't, off the top of my head, think of any martial arts type. Oh, I guess Aizen. His skill would work with Aizen, so that would work. But other than Aizen, I can't think of anybody else. Mystic Art, Lost Infinity, 380% attack, 10 hits, 1 enemy, so you could start a combo build with that if you wanted to. 10 isn't like super huge for a hit combo, but it's decent. Blazing Rush, 180%, 3 hits, 1 enemy, 100% chance to increase attack of self by 10% for 2 turns. So it doesn't look like you can infinitely boost yourself, because it's going to take more than 2 turns to get that back, but that's still decent. And then Blazing Knuckles, 225%, 2 hits, 1 enemy. So he's pretty solid for a newer unit, but he's not like crazy. But he's definitely another Earth unit that is going to be great for players who are looking for a physical attacker. If you skipped out on Aizen or just didn't get him, this Orwin is definitely a nice substitute. I'm tempted to, maybe I'll just throw the 2 multis I have at him, see if I get lucky. It'll all really depend, because I do need, you know, Crest is fine, but he's not. Let's actually look at Crest real quick. I haven't gotten him to 120 yet, but he is max duped out. Where is he? Yeah, 2660. He's really just, you know, even with the boost to level 1, what's he gonna have it? Let's just go ahead and look what he's going to even have at 120. So let's go to Codex again. Go to characters, and we'll filter for Earth. Yeah, he's still only going to be up to 3475. That's still very, very weak. And then, you know, Lloyd, only 2560, which I already have him at 120. Is anyone else on here even like... Milla, you're a healer. But you've got 3500, but you're a healer. I have Edna, but I don't have her max duped out. She's still kind of low. Vague, obviously defensive. Well, attack all. Nope. And definitely nope. So yeah, so definitely rolling for... Kind of funny we're getting another Earth unit after we just got Jade. I think I definitely want to at least try for this Orwin. You know, maybe a multi or two. You know, if I don't get him, and maybe I'll get something else unfeatured. So that'd be kind of fun. All right, limited quest. Now here's where I'm kind of confused. I'm not confused. I'm just questioning why we're getting another event when we still have one going for another 9 days. But let's look at what this event does. Okay, so this event goes till the 31st, so we have extra time to kind of do it. So one thing I want to mention about this event first, and they mentioned this during the Tales Fest live stream. This event does not take place right now. All the events thus far have pretty much been around the time where the story is going. This is going to be in the future, basically. So this is when Orwin, I guess, is... Well, let's see. Connaught and his friends visit a village in search of food. However, the village is attacked by an incarnation and lives are lost. Women fighting with the incarnation, says the one that drove back to attack the villagers. Understanding the woman's hatred, SSR Orwin tries to save her by pursuing the incarnation. So this is already when Orwin is part of the group. I guess they just really want to make him summonable now so they can get the full cast out of the way, maybe start working on seasonals and stuff like that. So this is when Orwin's already in the group, so it's kind of a look back at everything. Is there... Okay, so this is a smaller event. Okay. So this isn't taking the place of the next event. As you can see, there's not a lot of stuff here, so it's probably going to be very... There's 500 Gleamstones to get, and then a bunch of these crystals, 5 Princessias, which is very nice. Not that I need them right now, but, you know, I will if I if I pull him. We get 3 SR Summon tickets, so it's it's like a short event. I guess it's just their excuse to give us Orwin. So yeah. So that's going to be fun there. And then Tales of Festival, daily one-time summons. So from now until the 18th, so that's 11 days, there is going to be a banner of Tales of Festival stuff where we can get, you know, units. It's going to be the usual what we always get. You know, you just do it once per day. Maybe you get an SSR, maybe you don't, but, you know, free summons are always nice. And I think that's pretty much it. So, yeah, so Orwin's dropping tonight. I don't know if I'll make it a video. Maybe I will just make it a video because, you know, I'm doing 2 multis, so why not? Maybe I'll get lucky. But I'll definitely at least try for Orwin. I'm not going to go too crazy, but I'll at least throw a little bit at him since he is going to be an attack-heavy Earth unit. And since there's only one character, you know, the rate up isn't, like, split between 2 characters. Not really split, I guess, because it's still going to be the 0.7% chance, but I don't have it's like with Luke and Sharia seasonals. You know, I could have gotten Sharia, but I ended up with Luke. So, you know, we'll see. I'm not going to go crazy for Orwin, though, you know, because obviously I'll pull him eventually. Part of me wants to just skip the banner as a whole. And definitely not summoning on any of these, because, this was just, yeah, the voice who took the stage, because obviously Zelos was there on both days. But obviously we had Edna and Eisen yesterday during the skits, and then Connaught and Mizella were here today. Raven was there on both days, though. But yeah, so let me know what you guys think about Orwin down below. Let me know if you're going to be summoning. I think the main reason I want to summon is so I can have the full cast. because he'll be the only one that I'm missing, since I recently pulled Kanata, you know, unfeatured. So I have Kanata, I have Mizella, I have Vicious. You can see them all right here. They're all lined up next to each other. Kanata, Mizella, Vicious, Aegis, and Yuna. I have them all right here, which actually, Mizella, Vicious, and Aegis, I only need one more dupe each to max them out, which is pretty nice. But yeah, so let me know what you guys think down below. Let me know what you thought of all the Tales Fest information. Let me know if you're excited for Tales of Arise. And when we get that Tales of Arise info, probably next month sometime, I will obviously break that down, and hopefully we get a release date. But that's going to be it, guys. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more if you're new to the channel. I'll see you next time. Have a wonderful day, everyone.